Hey, good evening. Welcome to Let's Talk. And it's Monday night. Tonight we do our review show of Power Book. What is it? Power Book 3,
Three.
Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 9.
Yes,
I
sir.
tell you, I was looking at something today and I didn't realize like next week when they do the season finale, we're not going to have a power back on until March of 25. March 10th is their projected date to come back. So it's going to be a whole year basically after they ended,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting that they're starting to do it like that. I find it kind of funny that they're doing it like that, Dwayne. Um, I mean, to keep people's interest that long for a show is amazing to me. But we have been talking that the ratings are really doing good. And they're bragging about the show. Everybody talking about it. But episode 9, supporting gaming, I see what's going on. Um, Supporting gaming, you said Ronnie is dying next episode. It's time for the fans to be put he's the win guy to the rest. Dwayne dropped for a second, but I really thought this episode was interesting. I thought it was actually good. They're really starting to tie up a lot of loose ends. Really, I thought the Marvin character really shows a lot of depth. I really like what they show with Marvin. I think Howard's messiness really came to fruition. Howard had been messy, and it was only a matter of time before Howard, with his stuff and trying to control everything, was going to get exposed. So I thought that was good. The whole Lulu crying in the car had me crying because to see Lulu, and I say it, Malcolm Mays, that's his real name, right, Dwayne? Malcolm Mays, I think.
Yeah.
His last name was Mays. But to see him and to know him how he was in Snowfall, his character has no more nowhere to go. And I don't think she kills him. I think she's
No.
basically sending him to a area to dry out. But just to know Marvin,
Yeah,
don't let
probably
her
the
do this to me,
Baltimore.
Marvin. What'd you say, Wayne?
Yeah. Nah, she probably sent them to like Baltimore or something. Same thing she did with Kanan last.
Marvin,
I
don't
sent
let
them to
her do this
Maryland.
to me. Don't let her do this to me, Marvin. Just don't let her
You
do this
know,
to me.
I had shared something with you that I saw, and I'm not going to give a credit to the person because I don't have to. But I kind of was in the same mindset. I think they could have did so much more with the Gerald Marvin relationship and Gerald as a character, man. I just think they just got rid of him like too quick, man. Like I thought he
Dwayne.
brought value. I thought he brought.
You know what's really crazy, right? Is me and you. We watch a lot of shows, and when you watch shows, because I'm particularly watching a show that was out 15 years ago, right now, and you told me you had just started watching Will Trent, and when you
Mhm.
watch these shows and you look at these actors that come on for an episode and see the little small roles that they played from shows before, and then they become big stars, you could see that they could really act when they were younger. They just need the opportunity, and the actor, like you said, the Gerald character, that friendship could have been a little bit more depth with Marv. I really thought it was nice. When you think about it, they were in this group for anger, and they hated each other. They hated each other, and then they wound up becoming friends. You saw Marvin actually become a better parent. I don't know if it was because of Gerald, but Marvin, London Brown, doing an absolutely fabulous job, man. Um,
Doing a fabulous.
it just it's bothersome because everybody know who Wendell Pierce is so for him to be killing Snap right now, that's a given. But
Yeah,
when you look at other actors and then you start seeing their depth and how they can really act, it makes you appreciate them more. And I definitely agree with you. They could have done more with the whole Marvin thing. I mean, Gerald.
Can I
Well,
ask you a
the
question?
supporting gaming, you're a little younger than me and Dwayne, and I understand why you probably wouldn't feel um bad for Gerald, but Gerald is the type of person that I grew up around, who just wanted to be a parent, who got caught up by getting high, and just couldn't get out his own way. I know Gerald's. I know people like that. I have, like I said, I actually grew up with somebody. Me and Dwayne grew up with somebody that he died when we were younger. We were real young, and some people just can't shake it, man. Addiction is part of addiction is part of the American, is as American as apple pie.
Serious. It's a serious thing,
Being
man.
able to shake it for some is not as easy for others. So you hope that if your family, your loved ones, even the ones you don't know, can shake the grips of being caught up with that stuff. And it's authentic. I mean, that's one of the things that I like that they bring to the show, because that's a relatable, that's understandable that people going through it. What you was about to say, Wayne?
I don't like how Kanan just let Ronnie treat Famous. I don't like that at all. And you can see Kanan's a little conflicted by it, but like Ronnie strong arming him, throwing him down in the hallway. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I think that whole shift in the relationship was crazy. Like, you mad at this man because he got a love and a loyalty to your mother, and you know how strong your mother's influence is, that you basically have to break away. So you get mad at Famous for like showing your mother love and respect. I thought it was interesting that Kanan like puffed up at Ronnie. Like, yo,
Yeah,
what I'm doing is none of your business. Come on, you ain't built like that. Now all of a sudden you tough to Ronnie. I mean, and even Ronnie, people can say what they want. Ronnie wasn't acting like no sucker in front of the Dominican dudes, and he
mm-mm.
wasn't acting like a sucker in front of Snap and Pop. Like, he's Ronnie. He Ronnie, and it's at the end of the day, even though we don't know the backstory, they haven't ever told us the backstory why he don't like Rock. He know it's Rock. He keeps saying, "Yo, this is Rock shit,"
You know why he
because
don't like.
he understands Rock's manipulation.
You know why he don't like Rock. Rock had his man, allegedly.
So I thought I did like the scene where Laverne Jukebox said to the Fed, like, "Yo, you just messed my life up, man. I ain't telling you nothing, you Fed."
He, he did mess her life up because
And I sent you that clip, man. You know what's funny, Dwayne? When you go back now and they were showing us clips in the original Power of how Jukebox was, they should have did a Raisin Jukebox.
word.
Because
Feel
you
bad for her because
yeah.
she nailed it with Butter, and then they can't touch with her no more. This is the reason why she goes to the military now.
And it was so true, man. For you guys that don't understand, back in '92, those were the years that the singer Shanice
Mm-hmm.
was famous. Garden State Mall in Paramus, one of the best malls in the state of New
Yes,
Jersey.
it is.
So that was like really, really authentic. The music, anybody know?
They used to have
Um,
pop-up spots like that in Garden State Plaza.
Dwayne was a big KRS-One fan. I was a big Rakim fan. When they started playing In the Ghetto, I said,
Yeah.
well, about time they start getting their music together. Ali Shaheed, this was a shot to you because you're in charge of the music for
Yes, sir.
Power, and you go all the way back to Tribe Called Quest, so you should know to have this nostalgic music. And it proved to us what year it was again,
Absolutely.
with the '92 on the back of their was baseball shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did a good job. Juke rocked it, nailed it. Everybody was there except for Crying Man. But yeah, I want to say I think that Howard did good when he
Oh,
got involved in.
he held his nuts when he went in there with the captain.
Yes, man. Yes. I thought he did very, very good in
He
that
held his
situation.
nuts.
Yeah,
Because
man.
and guess what, Dwayne? Deep down inside, he don't got no connection to Marvin. They never was in the scene together
Mm-mm.
that I can remember. I never seen him and Marvin bump
Not
heads or was in the scene. So he could say, like, yo, he's right. And at the end of the day, Rock was his CI.
Yep.
So he could be like, look, she was on paper before. Like, this is what it is. I mean, I do think it's kind of crazy how the Italians was getting killed and all this, but they're using it more of a South Side Jamaica, the black families angle, which I find interesting. I would be surprised if the feds would go with that angle. They should be more concerned if why was the Jersey guys even over here? Like you had the Fed and them go to the guy that acted with Tony Danza's character. That's what they would have focused on because they know at anybody, you ain't coming to nobody else's territory without the go ahead of the made guy in that area.
Absolutely.
No, but I really Wayne, man, and we say what we say about these episodes, man. And I think that
They've been finishing strong though.
why is that?
I like the last 3 episodes. I gotta be honest.
Why?
I just think it was a slow walk. And then I want to think because of the writer's strike and the pending strike, I want to think that may have had something to do with it. But I'm interested in this season finale. I don't know if there's going to be anyone taken out. I got a sad feeling that Famous may get taken out on some him being in the wrong place at the wrong time type thing. And then Kanan feeling like terrible about it. Is Juke gonna leave for the military in this last episode? Because that lady that put Butter together, she ain't gonna have Juke on there no more. So that's gonna be interesting. I think Rock is all over the place right now. So now that she had to send Lulu away, how's she gonna be coming out of it? I can't see support.
See, supporting gaming. You said if nobody in the finale died, this show is trash. I disagree with you. It's not these shows. I know that it's TV, and I know that TV tries to embellish what was going on, but you have to realize that it wasn't a lot of murders going on like that. Like in the whole New York City, you might get 300 murders in 1 year. And that's a lot. That's a stretch. So it may seem like it's, somebody's supposed to always get killed on these shows. And they always talk about how, like, as they say, the distro and this person died. It don't really go down like that. It don't. But
No.
I get it. I see what you're saying. And I do think that Ronnie's purpose now basically is over because you see that he don't got no plug or distro no more. Kanan basically is going to have to go to Snap and Pop and be like, look, I need y'all to put me on somebody because they ain't got nothing. They never even told us who Kanan was getting his weed from. He just popped up getting weed.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is where he's going to have to be resourceful. I do like that Rock is like, yo, I don't go against my family. So it's going to come to a head where somebody possibly will get killed. Somebody possibly will have to sit down and go to jail. It's just Marvin, man. You see, and I know a lot of people didn't like the character with Marvin. Marvin's a good guy, you guys. Like Marvin.
He is. He's been the star of this season to me. Like the character development, he's showing who he is as an actor. We've seen him before. I've always appreciated his acting skills back to when he was on Ballers.
Another show with great actors all over.
Development.
Ballers had great actors all up in the show.
Did. Chris Lofton was in Ballers, like, you know. So, yeah, man, I'm very encouraged by what may happen in the season finale. Like I said, 7, 8, 9 really turned the corner for me. I was not feeling this series this year. And, 7 had me peak my head up a little bit. 8 had me paying more attention. And I was fully into episode 9, fully into it. Like, really
Yeah.
fully into it. Interested to see what Rock's going to do and if he's going to pull his family together or not pull his family together.
Yeah, I was funny. Like I told you, I went to sleep on this episode. So then when I watched it again earlier, I'm like, oh, I remember this scene. I remember this scene too. So then I realized, oh, I did remember much of the episode from the first watch. And I really, like I said, I really, really liked it. Supporting Gaming said a lot of Ronnie fans gonna be mad if he could go, especially since they keep pushing the theory that he is supposed to be Breeze. We just need to get Breeze out of our minds. Honestly, the way that the show is going with the ratings and everything, we might not see Breeze until around season 6 and 7. Like, it's no rush to bring Breeze, Jamie, and Tommy into this because the whole show is about the development and the raising of Kanan. Remember that they are younger than Kanan, so he was quote unquote an established guy, established dude before they even jumped on the scene. So I don't think it's no rush for them to even come on here and be part of the show. But like I said, I really liked it. Really thought it was a good episode. Really, really did, Dwayne. You still there, Wayne? I can hear you. I just can't see you. Oh, he dropped for a second. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode, you guys. Thought it was. I'm looking forward till next week. I will say that next week should be a really, really good episode. Next week should be interesting. I think Ghost and Tommy won't show up until the final episode. By that time, Kanye's fully. Yeah, you don't need to really have exactly. You don't really need to have Ghost and Tommy in this because this show really is not about Ghost and Tommy. I know that.
Bad.
I know that at the end of Power, when you saw Ghost and Tommy coming out of school, that may be the opening scene to the last, like you said, support game. That may be the opening scene where Ghost and Tommy walk past a block and Kanan just happened to be standing on the block. I mean, we don't like they never told us that Ghost and Tommy. Well, they never told us that Breeze would be in here. Like, we don't know. I mean, so I think one thing with the fans is because it's 10 episodes, our expectation is high. And I think that was probably my problem in the first couple of episodes. The expectation for good shows was so high that they couldn't live up to the expectation. And then now look, next week, Super Bowl weekend, boom, Friday, we dropping. It's over, season finale. And I told you it's not coming back again until March of 2025. So now we got to sit around. BMF will probably come out, and then Power Book 2. So these shows is not a whole bunch of episodes. Even The Shy, where they tried to schedule 16 episodes, they did the first 8, and then that strike went in, and they didn't have the other 8 done. And it hurt them because they were planning on the strike. Now that the strike is over, The Shy ain't giving us nothing. They were supposed to come back January now till further notice. They're doing pressers to tell the fans to be patient with them. You all right, Wayne? I'm getting a crazy connection today, Wayne.
Yeah, I keep getting kicked out.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give it a rating, Wayne. Then you could come in, support gaming, you give it a rating.
Yeah,
I'm
I,
gonna give this a 6, man.
my bad. Giving it a 7.
7.
And
Support gaming.
I'm remote today. I'm at a remote location, so I keep going in and out. My apologies.
He
But I
said
loved it, man.
support gaming said your screen froze.
Yeah, it did. It keeps freezing. That's my bad. I'm not on the Wi-Fi. I'm using the phone. That's why.
Yes. So you give it a 7?
Yeah, I give it a 7. And I apologize to everybody for my technical difficulties, but I was really, really enjoying 9. I want to state that.
Support
I like
gave it an
Snap.
8. Support gave it an 8 for Lulu's actors.
I like snapping pops, man.
Yo, she told him straight up, Rock ain't my problem. You my problem.
You gotta stop calling him Urkel though. It was funny the first time.
Now she just clowned him. Like, why would you even go? Like, you just allow her to just disrespect you like that? Like, and then you turn around with this members only jacket? Like, come on. Well, excuse me.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I look forward to Friday, man. You know, we ain't gotta have no long show. We can just close it out. But
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully I will see you tomorrow, sir.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Sure.
With that, support hope.
Right.
Pop said, hold up. Pop said support game says Pop's related to Kane. They both got nicknames for Tariq and Ronnie. Yeah, you never. Well, you know, if you really listen to the Power, they always got some funny shit going on. Remember, Tommy used to say some funny stuff.
All the time.
So they always got some little dry humor going on. But until next week, remember, best way to support the channel is to like, share, subscribe, support and gaming. Glad you joined us as usual. Appreciate your support. Until next week, guys, take care.
See you tomorrow, bro.